Alright, let's get into fun parts. This page is going to have a create, read, update, and delete for our lessons. Why don't we start with the read? So before we start with the read, obviously we need to have some sort of fake lessons into our database before we proceed. So let's go ahead and create a faker class for our lesson. PHP artisan make factory lesson factory, and we'll pass in the model option tutorial Laravel. We are doing that for the lesson class. Okay, so we have a lesson factory and we can customize it the way we want. So first of all, we need a title for the lesson. So it's faker sentence. We need a short description, faker paragraph, and the series ID also, right? So series ID should actually map to a series. So why don't we do this? Call an anonymous function that returns a series ID. So we're gonna call our factory and it's gonna create one for us and give us the ID. So what is it creating for us here? It's creating us podcast series class. Okay, so series ID is gonna call the series generator, generate a fake ID, and then give us the ID. Okay, then what else do we want? Episode number. I'm just gonna hard code this to 100 maybe. Okay, finally we have the video ID, so let me go ahead and put that in. Video ID. I'll just head over to Vimeo and grab whatever video I see. So I'll get this one, and here's the ID. Okay, so we're set. Let's use Tinker to generate some fake lessons. Tinker, PHP understand Tinker, and factory for podcast lesson class create. And why don't we create like 5 of them? We need to migrate to our database, right? So PHP artisan migrate fresh. Awesome. So Tinker again, and we create that. Yeah, there we go. We have 5 lessons in our database. Let's go ahead and see that. And I'm gonna get the slug for honest series right here. How about this one? And I can go and visit that series in my browser. Okay, so there we are. Now what I want to do is auto load all the lessons that are associated with this series into this page, and then automatically a view component is gonna take the data and then do its thing with it, right? So how do we auto load that data? Let's head over to our series.php and simply say anytime you want to load this model, make sure you load these relationships. So we want to load with the lessons relationship. Yeah, but we don't have this relationship yet, right? So let's go ahead and create it. Lessons, return this host mini lesson class. Let's go ahead to our index.blade.php for the series and actually try to echo out something like series lessons first title. Okay, so let's see this in action. Refresh. Okay, so there we go. We're actually having access to that relationship, but let's make sure this data is actually auto loaded by going to our series controller and using a die dump series and quick refresh. And if we check out the relations, we have lessons collection right here. Looks like that data is auto loaded for us. Awesome. Now what do we want to do when we have this page? What I want to do is actually have a list of lessons, but this list of lessons is going to be displayed by Vue.js right here, like maybe having the name and having us a button that opens a modal to edit or create a new lesson. This is going to be controlled by Vue.js. Therefore, we're going to have a component here that says maybe view lessons, and then Vue.js is going to take it from here. All this page is going to do is pass the lessons into the Vue.js component. So let's go ahead and start working on that in the next lesson.